What is up, everybody? Brett here, and we're back today checking out more news for the Warriors of the North DLC upcoming. Today is Friday, so you know what that means. We have a dev blog, number 121, Champions. All right, let's break it down. It's a pretty short bit here. I didn't read it. I'm not spoiled, but I did see that it's a pretty short section, but should be very interesting. So let's scroll down a bit and read it together. This is a really sick picture, by the way. Gotta love that. So, as we've talked about a while ago, we're overhauling how named items work and how they can be acquired. One way to get named items is by fighting champions, and that's what we're talking about today. Let's delve in. So, obviously, champions being the name of this. Update champions will be the focus. So, pretty cool picture here. So, champions. Hitherto, named items could primarily be found by looting locations, whether you followed tavern rumors or ventured out on your own. Occasionally, but rarely, they could also be looted from particularly strong enemies, and that's where champions come in. Yeah, so I mean that's the way it's done right now. And it's very strange because sometimes you'll see an enemy using a legendary weapon, and sometimes you don't, and you just kind of get it from a location. So champions are particularly skilled and experienced individuals of any non-beast faction. They're guaranteed to carry at least one named item and have significantly increased stats over their brethren. You'll be able to easily recognize them by their special base and unique name. They are, in a way, mini-bosses. They challenge you to fight hard to claim what is theirs, and they shake things up. But prevailing against them will always reward you with the named item they carry, be it weapon, shield, armor, or helmet. So that's pretty important to me because I hate the concept of, let's say I fight this guy right here, right? I beat him to death, I kill him. At the end of the combat, it's like, oh, well, you broke his armor, so you don't get his armor. That whole like concept to me is really annoying, and I'm glad it doesn't carry over into these specialized, unique weapons and armors. I also like the fact that you kind of see up front what you get, and that there are rules. One of the things that's always kind of a little bit bothered me about Battle Brothers is that sometimes the rules can be a little ambiguous, and this is clear. This is very clear. You find a champion, it'll have a name. You see here they have unique bases with these little skulls, right? You see this, you know it's a champion. You can see what weapon, armor, shield they're using. You kill them and you get it, right? Plain and simple. I like it. It's a very clean mechanic, and it's much better than the kind of system they allude to here, where a lot of stuff is just kind of thrown up in the air and you're left to kind of guess and roll the dice. So where do you meet champions? The most reliable way is to complete contracts with the difficulty rating of 3 skulls. That's good. Those have always been a high-risk proposition for any mercenary company, but they now come with more of a reward for taking that chance, the possibility of getting named gear by facing enemy champions. Another way is to simply play into the late game. The further along your campaign, the more likely you'll find champions roaming the world outside of contracts or defending a location. See, this is interesting also, because will I see them whenever I mouse over a location, for instance? Will it say, um, thug, raider, brigand leader, hedge knight, oh yeah, and champion, right? Will it let me know ahead of time? Because these seem to be pretty dangerous combatants. For instance, this guy right here looks like a hedge knight. That armor is huge. That's like a 400 armor. The mace that he's wielding does a ton of damage. He's got a pretty jacked helmet. And if his stats are increased, like that's a dangerous foe. That's a mini boss. Like they've said, I should be able to know ahead of time whether or not I'm going to be facing a mini boss in a fight and be able to prepare for it. So I'm curious if it'll let us know those type of things, or whether or not they're rewriting some of these level 3 3 skull challenges or contracts to let us know, maybe in a hint, or just outright telling us, oh, by the way, there's a champion in this battle. You might want to prepare for that. Because, and I love the way they've integrated them, because right now, the only motivation to take a level 3 quest is for getting gold, right? It's just more gold. It's just the likelihood that you get paid better. It's a bigger fight, but it's a lot more risk. And the reward just really isn't there. Even now in my, day 500 something campaign, I occasionally take these little 1,000, 2,000 gold quests because they're very efficient and very easy, and there's almost no risk at all. Whereas I walk up to, I get a level 3 quest or contract or whatever, and they might want to pay me 5,000, 6,000, and I do it, but for the risk sometimes, for groups of goblins in the low 30s or orcs in the upper 20s and stuff, it's like if I lose a brother in that fight, I don't care if I'm getting 6,000 crowns, right? The brother was way bigger of an investment than that. So I like that they're adding a reason to play into the late game. Is kind of what it boils down to. And then here, while champions may prove challenging to defeat, they are significantly easier to beat than some of the battles around legendary locations. That's good. This way, they can also fill the gap and challenge between defeating your first late-game crisis and starting to take on legendary locations, like the Black Monolith with your company. So that's very good. It gives you a way to grind for, legendary loot. It gives you a gap filler for that, like, really large period of time where you're kind of trying to transition from the middle to the very late game. In my playthroughs, I usually almost like skip the late game and I try to go straight to the super late game, right? I don't like to mess around with heavy lamellars and stuff like that. I want to go straight to plate. I want to have as many unique things as I can. Otherwise, you're just kind of messing around and wasting gold and time. But having a way to fill that gap feels pretty sweet. And here I think they're showcasing some of the unique barbarian armors that hopefully the champions will be wearing. We see this guy is wearing this set here. It's pretty gnarly looking, and I'm assuming that's a unique weapon as well, a huge mace. We have this helmet here. Looks like it matches this armor. And this looks like the heaviest set probably. But can't wait to see these. I still feel like we're missing some of the barbarian units. Essentially giant champion level guys. And this will probably be a pretty standard set of armor that they'll be wearing with a different color scheme and probably a little bit of a different look. But I'm excited, guys. I think that's a really clean and clever way to remove kind of the fog that's around the unique items and the way you get unique items in the game, and make it clear. It's like, you do this contract, here's a champion, he's right here, look at his special base, you kill this guy, you get the item. I like it a lot. So guys, that's it for this update video today. Thank you so much for watching. I know it was a bit short, but that's really all they have for us. But each one of these small changes is very impactful on the game. And for those of you who may be, watching these videos but not playing the game, it's a big deal. It really is. All of these little changes are. So, also guys, if you're interested, I'm about to get off of this and record another video for Total War Warhammer 2, which, if you love Battle Brothers, I can't see how you wouldn't love Total War Warhammer, that whole series. But right now they're dropping huge DLC information right now, and I'm going to go ahead and make a video on that as well, which I'll have uploaded today. And I hope you consider watching that too, and maybe it'll get you as hyped for the Warhammer series as you are for Battle Brothers. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Brett, and my channel is Good Talk Gaming, guys. I will see you in the next one. And next Friday, yeah, take care, y'all.